All right, people, we are on 9-5, journal page 287. Okay, we're going to keep working with our break apart strategy, and it says use the break apart strategy to solve the multiplication problems. Think of easier multiplication problems that you can use to break apart the larger factor. Draw rectangles and write number sentences to show your thinking. Okay, so it wants us to use remember the larger factor we are going to break apart so that it is more manageable or easier for us to complete. So we have 7 times 24. Again, I know how to multiply by sevens, but 24 would be really difficult. So we're going to break apart this larger factor. So think about how you would break 24, and I have an idea, but you might do something differently than me. But you know what? I'm going to do 7 times 20. So I'm breaking apart my 24, and I have 7 times 20 because, again, we really need to remember to keep this one factor the exact same because we are multiplying by sevens. So if I multiply 7 by 20, okay, I broke 20 apart and it's 20. Now I'm going to do 7 times what's remaining. Well, 24 take away 20, 4 would be left. Okay, so I have chosen to break apart my 24 into 20 and 4 because 20 plus 4 equals 24. And again, you might be like, Miss Schmidt, 20 is such a big number still. And I say, you're right, but this kind of looks like our basic facts we've been working with. And I think most of us know how to count by 20s. We're able to do that. So you could go 20, 40, 60, all the way till you count 27 times. But I see a 7 and I see a 2, and I'm just going to drop that 0 for now. So 7 times 2, and make sure you're showing your work. 7 times 2 is 14. So there's my basic fact, 7 and 2. So I'm going to put my answer 14 over here. But since I dropped my 0, remember we add the 0. So I have 140 because this is like multiplying by 2 ones, but now we're multiplying by 2 tens. So we have to add that 0 that we dropped off before. So part of our answer is 140. Now what is 7 times 4? Maybe you're using a helper fact like 7 times 5 to figure this out. But we should know 7 times 4 is 28. Am I done? Well, let's see. It says I can break 24 into, let's see, we did 20 and 4. And what's our answer? Is my answer 140 or 28? Now, what do we need to do with this problem? Since we broke it apart and split it into 2 numbers, now we have to put them back together or add them. So over here, I'm going to do 140 plus, you got it, 28. Again, we always start adding in our ones place. So 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus nothing is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So our answer is 168. Do you see how that might have been a little difficult if I had to add 24 7 times? But now that I did 7 times 20 and 7 times 4 and then just added them, that was much more understandable or simpler for me to figure out. Okay, we'll do one more together and then you're going to try number 3 on your own. Or if you're ready to do it, go ahead and just do number 2 and 3, but I'm going to follow along with this one. So 4 times 36 equals. Well, which one are we going to break? I know how to multiply by 4s really well, so you know what? I'm going to break 36. And what should I break 36 into? You think about how you would break it. Yes, I can split 36 in half because it's an even number, so maybe you're thinking doubling, but half of 36 is 18. And I don't know about you, but 4 times 18, that might be a little tough for me to solve. So again, I'm going to do 30 and 6. And you might be thinking, Miss Schmidt, 30 is a really big number, but it has a 0 at the end, so I can use a basic fact. Remember, 30 plus 6 equals 36. That is why we chose these 2 numbers. If you're using a different one, go ahead, keep using that. But this is what I'm going to be solving with. So 4 times 30 We are showing our work because we want to make sure we can double check our answers. Okay. And as you can see, I left one of my factors the exact same. So I left 4, and that's why we are multiplying all of them by 4. I broke apart 36 into 30 and 6 because together they equal 36. All right, we decomposed them, we split them. Now, what is our answer? If I'm going to figure out this, I drop my 0 and I look at it like a basic fact. 4 times 3 is a basic fact that I know really well. 4 times 3 equals 12. So I put my basic fact answer here because I have a 4 and a 3 and a 4 and a 3. And if I drop my 0, I add my 0. So 4 times 30 is 120. Now what is 4 times 6? 6 doubled and then doubled again. What do we get? 24. Am I done? Nope. Since I broke these apart to get 36, now we need to add them back together. And this actually is going to work really nice. They're set up right underneath each other. So 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So our answer is 144. Okay, just like I broke apart the larger factors and then showed my work and wrote my answer, that is exactly what you're going to do for number 3. So think about what factor you want to leave and break apart the larger factor, the bigger number. What are possible ones you can break it into? Remember, you can have numbers that are broken into tens and ones because when we break them apart into these tens, like we have 3 tens right here that make a 30, 10, 20, 30. Yep, 3 tens. We can use that basic fact rule. So you go ahead, you solve this one, and complete math boxes. Keep up the great work, people.